Comfort is typically perceived as a reward.
It's framed as something earned, something deserved, something to be protected.
And yet, across skills, careers, relationships, and even thought itself, a distinct pattern repeats. As comfort increases, progress slows.
This slowdown is not immediate, it is not dramatic, it happens quietly. This consistency suggests a mechanism that operates beyond mere convenience.
A process this analysis calls the inertia of ease.
Section 1. The Comfort Paradox, Deconstructing a State. It is common to confuse comfort with happiness. They are not the same. Happiness is an emotional state. Comfort, however, is a biological one, a condition defined by low friction, minimal threat, and low urgency.
Analytically, comfort can be defined as a condition where the brain detects a minimal need for adaptation. It serves as a signal that the current strategies are sufficient for the present environment.
This state is, from a biological perspective, highly efficient. Its primary functions are to conserve energy, to stabilize behavior, and to reduce uncertainty. Adaptation, after all, does not occur in stable conditions.
Section 2. The biological standstill, how the brain suppresses upgrades. When comfort is present, the nervous system receives a clear signal. The current strategy is sufficient. This biological message then actively suppresses the very behaviors required for growth, such as exploration, experimentation, and risk. The brain evolved to conserve its resources. Change is metabolically expensive. Therefore, growth requires a signal of necessity. Comfort is the mechanism that cancels that signal. Section 3. The behavioral reshaping, the decay of optional effort. Progress tends to accelerate under necessity. When something must change, the brain reallocates both attention and energy. But comfort removes necessity, and without necessity, effort becomes optional. Over time, optional effort decays. This is not a function of laziness. It is a function of efficiency optimization. Comfort is not a passive state. It actively reshapes behavior. It narrows the range of what is considered acceptable effort. It increases sensitivity to any inconvenience. It raises the perceived cost of discomfort, and it lowers the threshold for resistance to new challenges.
Section 4. The Psychological Freeze, Identity Inertia, and Risk Perception.
When a state of comfort persists, the consequences escalate from behavior to identity. Here, a core principle emerges. The brain resists the disruption of identity more than it resists physical effort. This leads to a process of identity solidification. Routines begin to harden into fixed patterns. Roles solidify into rigid definitions. The self-image becomes static. The final result is identity inertia, a state where change threatens not just an outcome, but the concept of self.
This inertia fundamentally shifts the perception of risk. In a low comfort state, failure is expected. It is simply data for adaptation. In a high comfort state, failure feels anomalous. It becomes a threat to identity that must be avoided. Curiosity emerges from uncertainty. Comfort, by its very nature, reduces uncertainty. As uncertainty drops, curiosity fades along with it. The drive to question weakens. The system becomes internally consistent and externally stagnant.
Section 5. The Systemic Consequence, Maintenance over Advancement.
This preference for comfort is not just personal, it is also structural. Large systems favor predictability. Comfort stabilizes populations, making behavior easier to forecast and manage. The cost of this stability, however, is that progress itself becomes an abnormality. The damage from systemic comfort is delayed. There is no immediate penalty, no clear failure point to react to. Progress simply slows. Ambition dulls. By the time any dissatisfaction appears, the underlying habits are already entrenched.
The mechanism is subtle, but it is critical. Comfort does not stop progress instantly. It makes progress unnecessary.
And what is deemed unnecessary is eventually abandoned. If comfort quietly removes the need to adapt, what happens when adaptation is no longer optional?